So today you may notice two things. Firstly, I am in my pyjamas and wearing no makeup. I am extremely sorry for that, but I've just spent pretty much the last few days in bed. I'm feeling fairly dreadful, and also my skin's a bit iffy at the moment, so I'm giving a break from makeup, and I've basically not had the energy to get dressed today. So there's that. And number two, I am in a completely different room. So this is our living room. I'm in here because I am helping my mum cut out bits of paper to decoupage furniture. So I'm going to be snipping and drinking, well, I say this is tea in a chat. I'm actually drinking hazelnut coffee. It's so nice. I need the energy. I woke up at 9, I ate breakfast, and then I fell back to sleep until 1:45, so it's been one of those days. But this I'm finding very therapeutic, the snipping and the chopping of bits of wallpaper. So I just thought I would have another chat with you guys, see how you're doing. I am aware that you cannot reply to me immediately, so leave comments, I'll talk to you. I have this week been fairly focused on uni stuff. So I don't know if you guys know, I'm pretty much done with uni for the year, apart from, rather vitally, my dissertation. So I've had a Skype dissertation tutorial and been working on that somewhat. I also got some grades back from my master's course and I'm really happy with them, so that's been really good. What's been less good is my realisation that there's just no way I can work a full-time job. If you guys didn't know, I did some work placements, work experience type things earlier on in the year. And they were only 2 days a week, and they essentially killed me. Well, not killed me. As you see, I'm still respirating, and osmosis is continuing in my cellular structures, so I suppose technically I'm still alive. What would happen is I'd go to the various places. One was in Bath, one was in London. I really enjoyed myself, particularly in Bath. That was a fantastic work placement, but the days when I wasn't in the office, I spent in bed entirely, and also when I got home at sort of 6 o'clock I went straight into my pyjamas and straight to bed. So that was 2 days a week, and that was really making me so exhausted, so ill, that it's just not something I can keep up with. And it's a real shame because there have been a few jobs that I would really love to apply to. Like one person asked me to apply for a job at a publishing house, which I really love, and I would love to work there, but there's no way I can. Yesterday, like I said, I spent time working on my dissertation and writing a few emails. That was literally just stuff I was doing in bed, just doing some writing, and that completely wiped me out for today, as you can see. This is something I've been struggling with a lot because I've always been quite a busy little bee. I don't like being inactive. As you can see, even as I'm filming this, I'm still cutting out tiny, tiny little flowers. So I like to keep doing things, and it's really hard for me to accept that I may not be able to work for a little while because my health is just not at that stage. And every time I try and push myself to do a bit more, I end up right back in bed, essentially, and that sucks. So yeah, it's something I've been struggling with a bit this week. Any of you guys chronically ill and struggle with these issues, just comment, we can moan about life together. I also recognise that I am in a far better position than a lot of my friends because I have been able to study at university, and I've been incredibly lucky. My tutors have always been very, well, on my MA my tutors have been incredibly accommodating. On my undergraduate degree there were some really big issues. I won't go into that, but it ended on a very sour note when I got sick with ME. So yeah, although yeah, for sure I do have cause to complain, I also have to be thankful that things are better than they could be, and I am in a better position health-wise than last year, and a lot of that is to do with eliminating a specific negative person from my life, and also just being a bit kinder to myself and the expectations I have for myself. It's all been a learning process, shall we say. However, I apologise for the cliche, but I definitely think when God closes a door, he opens a window. Yeah, I hate that phrase too, I'm sorry. I just can't think of a better way of expressing it. So I am starting to think that I might apply for a PhD programme, because the way I see it, I've managed to complete my master's. Wait, well, I haven't finished it yet. I may just keel over and never write my dissertation, but I am hoping that doesn't happen. So I've managed my master's to this point anyway, and I think I might be able to manage PhD. That would be nice. So I'm going to make some applications for that. And if that doesn't happen, hey, who knows? Many other opportunities could arise that I could manage. So I'm trying to stay positive, basically. I'm also quite distraught, on a very different note, that I have almost watched every episode of Four in a Bed. That has really been keeping me going in the last month or so, and I'm very sad. I need your recommendations for junk television. I am thinking The Bachelor may have to make an appearance, because I love those sort of dreadful reality TV shows where you keep seeing the same people and you get to know them and you start rooting for them to win. Although it's not dreadful, RuPaul's Drag Race is a biggie for me, and I'm very sad that's finished, but I was very pleased with who won. I would recommend that for any of you who like a bit of glamour and bitchiness and gorgeous, gorgeous men dressed as gorgeous, gorgeous women. Love it. I've also been on a Stephen King kick. Now, he's been one of my favourite authors since I was about 11, so well over a decade. Well, not well over, just over a decade. I have a Audible membership, so I get a certain amount of audiobooks a month, and I've bought quite a few of his because I realised I had like a backlog of credits to spend, and I've been listening to a lot of Stephen King books. Just finished Under the Dome, about to finish Rose Madder, which I had read before, but it was nice to revisit it. Oh, and I've just finished Bag of Bones as well. That's a really good one. I'd really recommend Stephen King to any of you. Like, I recommend him to everyone. He is fantastic. So that's a recommendation for the month. What else? What else have I been doing? I've been playing a lot of The Sims. The Sims 3 Supernatural and The Sims Medieval. I've essentially been wasting my life on audiobooks and bad games. But Dan joins in, which is quite nice. He sits with his schnoz on the keypad and ends up sort of quitting the game without saving and panning out and doing things like that. So that's mega helpful of him. He's been a really good boy actually recently. Well, I've had a few bed days in the last week, and he has just come up and lain next to me and kept me company. I don't know where I would be without that dog. I love him so much. Also, I managed a little bit on the birthday earlier this week, or was it last week? This week, that I said I was worried about in my last sort of vlog. I did have to spend a lot of it in bed, but they didn't go out to dinner in the end. It wasn't good enough weather for a barbecue. They had kind of an indoor buffet type thing. I managed to eat a little bit and then go back to bed. So it was a good compromise. Compromise is so often the answer. Have you guys managed to get any barbecues? The weather's been so friggin' temperamental, so it's a shame. It's a crying shame. And I'm going on holiday on Friday. I am so excited. There's going to have to be a lot of wheelchair usage, particularly in the airport, because there's no way I can wander around the airport without dying a slow and miserable death. I'm really looking forward to the holiday. We're going to Portugal for 2 weeks. So I am going to be doing 2 videos a week for the 2 weeks we're away, and it'll just be sort of holiday vlogs, maybe a get ready with me sunshine edition. Hello Tilly, this is our other dog. Have a look. Tilly, come here, go. Tilly, Tilly, go. Look, Tilly. She's clearly camera shy. I apologise. You saw like the end of her face. She's a Collie Alsatian cross, and she's manic, and we love her. Very different temperament to my Dan. Very different indeed. I will say now, though, I'm going to have to cut down videos to 2 a week because I really have to focus on writing my dissertation, and it actually takes quite a lot out of me to film and edit these, so I'm going to have to cut back a little bit, but I'm definitely going to keep going. So Wednesdays and Sundays I'm going to keep it regular so that people know when the videos are coming out, and then hopefully I might be able to build it back up once kind of the stress is off. Although that may be never. I'm having to accept the idea that my life may forever be stress, which I'm kind of okay with, so there we go. Anyway, I've been rambling on for a very long time now, so I suppose I should sign off and probably clear up all the mess I have made. Thanks for watching, and also I'm very sorry about, you know, how I'm presented today. This is very nerve-wracking for me to film myself in such a state of undress, but I really wanted to film a video for you guys, and I basically don't have the energy to go and put makeup and proper clothes on. Gonna have to deal with it, I'm afraid. Next week I will be filming more videos, probably more lipstick videos. Always lipstick. I'm gonna have to say cheerio, and I hope you have a good week. See you soon.